Good morning. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to our weekly live.
Morning.
Look who is here on time.
Always. He tried to sabotage me today. He opened the wrong windows.
Oh, please.
And it was noisy.
Oh, please.
And I had to fly like how a baseball player would to go to first base and fly to shut the window so that it wouldn't be so noisy. But I did it, and I made it back in time. And then he had his hand on my chair, so I couldn't sit down. But I'm here, and I'm on time. Oh, look who's... Oh, I'm sorry. You couldn't handle this before the live started?
Oh, because someone likes to
Oh, did you not want to be late?
So no one could see.
Oh, well, no one really wants to see you.
Morning, Uncle Ed. How are you? No, we caught you last night on Horses Live. So we were glad to make his for a little bit, and then we checked that. It was definitely different.
He's a sweet boy. He really is. And he has some interesting things that he has going on that channel. He's a nice kid. He really is.
Good morning, Craig from NCM Engineering. How are you? Thank you for your advice. I edited the title, so I really do appreciate that. Mr. Keller, how are you? Mr. James Faust, how are you? Your cyclone is still here. We're waiting on you. So, Mr. Robert Kelton, how are you? So, we were messaging on Instagram, and it is funny that even though he is in New York, we are completely far apart from each other. I came across his post. Corona.
Oh, wait.
Social distancing.
Wait till you hear. Oh, guys, I've got some great things planned for this morning. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have a little of he said, I was going to say she said. I was going to say we have a little of he said, she said. You guys are going to be able to play along with that because you're going to find this amazing. But there was a few things that happened in this household this morning that just, after all the years that the Mister and I have been together, there are some things that still perplex me. Maybe it's just his way of keeping the spark alive. But when I share some of the things that the Mister did this morning,
Work.
Oh, stop. Work. I would be fine if he didn't keep this half of the spark alive. So I'll share some of the things that the Mister does, and I'm curious if you Misters do the same in your household. So we'll do a little of the Mister did, do you do? Because I'm curious. I'm so curious because some of it just annoys me, and some of it just absolutely skeeves me out. Like, I wish he could have taken a picture of my face when he was about to do the one thing because I caught him mid-action. But if he was about to do it in front of me, it means he's been doing it, which means, and Maddie, I'm glad you're here. It means he's been doing it, and I feel like I need to rip out all my teeth, sanitize my mouth with pine sol, and yeah, I don't know if you guys realize this. The Mister and I are very different when it comes to hygiene.
Oh, excuse me.
I am quite a bit of a germaphobe.
Yeah.
And I am very particular. I am extremely organized. To possibly an OCD fault. I believe everything has a place. You use something, you put it back. And I will say, was I always that way? I grew up in a house, my mother, God love her, she was like that. And my father, he used something, a tool, it went back in the spot it came from. So I guess it was just all I ever knew. That's just how you operate. And then I met this beauty queen. And, I'm cool. If you have a certain way you do things, do you. But it's holy cow. He's just was getting so comfortable over the years. And I don't know if it's that he's so used to me, like, after he creates his own cyclone, that I just, like, pick up the cyclone behind him. Yeah. But, like, OMG. So his latest, which he's always kind of done.
What does it have to do with
is leaving all of his, like, he will undress on any given day. And as he undresses, every garment of clothing is left in any room of the house.
No, because where I put them, that doesn't belong there. It goes here.
Your underwear don't belong in my kitchen.
She is quarantining certain pieces of clothing and not quarantining others. Doesn't make any sense. Zero. Like I said, we're handling this coronavirus to completely different
I'm sorry. Things. So as I'm sitting there making dinner and I look down and I see your skivvies hanging out by the island in the kitchen, unless you're trying to do a hey baby come get me, which I'm down, but you're not. You're just doing it because he tells me I want to make sure you always have a little something to do. I work like 10 jobs. I don't need to sit here and play scavenger hunt with your underwear, your uniforms, your socks. And then, like, I go in the bathroom, there's something there. He'll drop something in the hallway, up the stairs. I kid you not. If I was 5 and these were Easter eggs, it would be the best Easter egg hunt known to man. Like, guys, do you guys, and we have a laundry basket in, like, the bathroom, a bedroom. Do you guys do this? Do you guys do this?
Well,
Maddie, I am disappointed in your enjoyment over this scavenger hunt.
Well,
so
all right.
let's see if your wife wants to do the same and see how you'd feel.
Because due to what's going on, Mrs. Pattay's performance is confined to one room in the house. So what I'm doing is I'm branching her out to other parts and areas to the house and keeping her active and keeping her day different. You know, her day consists of getting up off the chair, going to the bathroom, the kitchen, and coming back. So I'm getting her to go up the stairs, go to this room, go to that room, go downstairs.
Okay. It's okay.
So I'm just giving her a change of scenery.
Are you jealous that when my one room makes more than your multiple locations?
I don't care.
Is that hurting?
Nope.
It's okay.
Nope.
I got you, honey. I got you.
Nope.
Scott Keller, if it's a striptease, I told you, I'm down. Am I not a fair game? I'm down. Actually, if we're really digging in, Scott, I'm a lot more fun than the Mister is, to be honest with you. He will forfeit some fun to keep working on a machine.
Yeah, you caused me to break something, which I'm going through that video right now because she just could not wait. Whatever. Anyway, back on topic because you're rude.
No. And one more.
Oh my God.
One more because Maddie's in the house. Matt, I'm in the bathroom getting ready this morning.
Another thing in my way.
No.
We have 2 bathrooms, and I'm in the bathroom. Guess who comes along?
I was there first.
Yeah, social distancing.
I was getting my skin ready because I believe a skin regimen is extremely important. Not one wrinkle on this face. And this one comes along to brush his teeth, which he could do downstairs.
No, the toothbrush.
What does he do? He grabs my toothbrush. My toothbrush. But like he's been doing it his whole life. I must have looked like The Exorcist, you know, when her head spun when she was in the bed and the priest was performing. I said, what are you doing?
Brushing my teeth.
My exact words, I'm like, are we camping? Are we sharing the same toothbrush? I was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, and he was like, his exact words, I grab whatever toothbrush is there.
The first one I see, I grab. I'm colorblind, so I don't know which one is mine.
They're different. And in the past, what did I used to have to tie on my toothbrush?
She used to tie a bow.
I used to tie a ribbon on my toothbrush so he wouldn't touch it.
But I would touch it. And what I tell you I was going to do.
Gross.
I said I was going to scrub the toilet with your toothbrush if you tie a ribbon on it.
Well, brushing your teeth is like scrubbing the toothbrush because Lord knows what goes in that mouth. Ugh.
Are you done?
Yes, but that's just disgusting. I'd rather share toothbrushes with 35-year-olds.
So anyway, Robert Calton is here in the chat. Robert Calton is from Harrison, New York, and we are from Long Island, New York. That is a very, very long way.
Robert probably has his own toothbrush that no one takes.
Robert is actually 18. Robert, you know what? If you want to verify, do you have your own toothbrush? By all means.
Does anyone use it on you?
Go for it. So anyway, what caught my eye is that there was a bunch of lawn equipment sprawled out in a photo, and one of them was the infamous Honda HRX 217 that's $500 that I sell for. Lo and behold, it was his ad saying that he picks up free lawn equipment. And lo and behold, who pops up on my Instagram DMs? Robert. So we were talking a little bit. He's 18 years old. He started doing this with his dad recently due to what is going on. He's having great success. So keep it going. Welcome to the family. And I told him, like, he's 18. You're way ahead of the bowl game. I think I posted on Instagram and on my YouTube community. Facebook reminded me, it was like almost 6 years ago to the day, my father showed me how to clean my first carburetor on a Toro recycler. And that got it running. And then later on down the road, when I was an idiot and I didn't know any better, I actually put new rings on that engine because it was burning oil. Now I wouldn't even bother. And that was 6 years. Then 3 years after that, I started doing the flipping and fixing because of whatever. So obviously, you actually have a partner in crime, which is awesome, your dad. And then you also have a jump start, which is even better. So,
can you imagine if you, like, do you ever sit back and think if you would have, so the mister has been working on automotive. When would you say the first car you've ever worked on? Was in, like, what, your 20s?
No,
earlier? Like your teens, right? You never went to shop, right?
So growing up, my father was always handy. That's where I get a lot.
He's like a Renaissance man. His dad knows something.
Yes.
If you need, gardening, house, cars, he knows something about everything.
Yep, he knows it.
Like, he is the catch of all catches.
So my father had Lincoln Continental's, an older one with the airbag suspension, and they had a repair shop work on it, and their solution was duct tape.
Oh.
And we didn't know that until it broke again. My father went underneath there and freaked out.
It must have been the times, because my dad fixed everything with duct tape.
So for the most part, after that, we started doing our own repairs and maintenance, when we could. So that's how I started working on cars. Then I got involved in my own projects because, couldn't afford to have a repair shop work on my crazy stuff. And it kind of stemmed from there. My father, I don't really remember working on any small engines growing up. Absolutely not. Everything else, the house, absolutely. The cars, the trucks, absolutely. Small engines, zero. But doesn't mean he couldn't teach me. It doesn't mean I still couldn't learn after the fact.
So I guess my question was, do you ever sit and can you imagine, like, I think about my side business and I say to myself, God, I wish I started so much sooner than I did, because I think it would have been awesome. I was just I never thought to start my side business sooner. Like, it wasn't even a thought. I didn't think I could get into it sooner. I thought I was, like, too fresh in teaching and I didn't think I could do it. Was it ever even a thought to go into small engine, or you just never
I never thought of having a side hustle until I met James. James had his side hustle, and I'm like, holy crap. He doesn't have to worry about anything because he has his main gig and he has his side hustle. So I'm like, you know what? I need to figure out a side hustle. So James would be my motivation for a side hustle.
I'm surprised it took him, because you met me before him and I had a major side hustle before you met him.
No, I met James before you.
He had his side hustle before?
Yep.
It's funny, I met him before you.
So my buddy James, James, if you guys follow my Mandingo build, that was his garage at his property, at his house. He's the one who kind of says, you know what? If he could do it.
But he doesn't do small engine.
He does a little bit of everything, but he'll shy away from it if he has to.
He's not a fan of small engine. Not what you do.
No.
He gives that over to you.
He likes to repair, and customize and fabricate
Yeah.
stuff. He hates selling things. He hates dealing with the general public. He'd rather have you just drop it off your car, Jeep, whatever, and do his
He does cool customizations.
things. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're very grateful for that. All right, so let's go to the chat. Who is here?
Oh, we've got so many amazing people.
Fun tech things to do with Sparky. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Hope you guys are doing well. Hope the
Yes.
missus is doing well. Robert, we were talking about you. I'm glad you can make it. Hopefully you can join the panel. Craig, always a pleasure. Thank you for your advice. If you guys comment and stuff, right? Even if I don't know you, right? I'll either go blow for blow or I'll just embrace it. Together we learn. I don't know anyone and everyone who knows everything, and I am definitely not one of those. I could be as much as a legend as Uncle Ed, okay? And I will still act as if I am a Robert Cowton. Fresh out the bat, 18-year-olds. I am a firm believer that you never stop learning.
But you can also be the world's biggest.
Of course, because if I feel if I'm right, I'll double down on it.
Is
And I won't give
that
it up.
what you do if you don't want to cuss?
Yep. Mr. Keller, as always, Uncle Ed, Mr. Faust, absolutely. We are still waiting.
Hi,
We
James.
have this beautiful cyclone here in the driveway. It's a terrible thing.
I'll shine it up for you.
I haven't
I have a brand new toothbrush I'll attach to that for you.
I have been so busy, God willing, count their blessings. I haven't even touched the cyclone since I even got it. It's terrible. Maddie Olson, as always,
Let's
welcome.
stop for a quick second. The Mr. tends to, whether he wants to admit it or not, skittle-scattle around the things he doesn't want to put too much time into.
No, because that's a big project to get out of the driveway.
Yes.
All right, so it's supply and demand. That cyclone is not in demand.
Skittles.
Supply is lawnmowers and everything else, which would be what happened yesterday. AJP Gardens, good morning. How are you? I saw you on my Instagram live yesterday. So I went live on Instagram yesterday. I have no idea why. I can't remember the last time I went live. And I don't know how or why. I guess maybe it leads into two things. Instagram put me on like some TV thing. I don't know. So I got a lot of people that I don't even know.
Oh, wait, Ashley was live?
No, I went live.
Oh.
And then Instagram put me on this thing called IGTV. When I've done lives in the past, it never did that. No.
Oh, you went live on Instagram.
I did, but I've done that before.
Oh, that's fun.
But it put me on like HGTV. I don't know what that is. So I had a lot of people.
Do you see what happens when Mama's not around?
So I got a lot of
It's
interesting
okay.
people. Whatever.
Can you turn your ringer off, sweetheart, while we're on live? We don't want to interrupt our friends.
So that was an interesting thing. So definitely on Instagram. So my Friday yesterday was planned. I had a lot of projects and a lot of things to get done. And that went.
Sandra Tucker's here. Hi, Sandy. How are you?
Yes. And it was funny. Mark was on there too. Ashley was on there too. Who else is in here? Yeah, Seafoam Jazz.
Casey's here. Mommy P is here. Good morning.
Casey B, good morning. How are you? As always, Mr. Casey Busy, who is here. I've had so many people respond to, yeah, man, throw my way. Absolutely. You got to see the free stuff that I got. Garbage. Mr. Ken Small Engine, how are you?
So I don't know how things are in everyone's individual states here over in the States, but Mama P, did you hear yesterday in New York, New York has decided to open up its beaches statewide, and locally, the local beaches are allowed to make individual decisions about their beaches. They have until Wednesday of next week to decide. We are a sneeze away from local beaches that are so underpopulated, it almost feels like they're private. And Mama P and Daddy P and this handsome schmuggle, we love going. So we are, fingers crossed, Mama P. We'll know by next Wednesday if they're opening up our local/private beach 50% capacity. New York State decided because Connecticut and Jersey are open, we're going to be open. So we'll see. But we're still waiting to hear on schools for September, but it's not looking good here in New York. So, but beaches are a start. We may have gray hairs and extra beard and no haircuts, but we will be tan. And we'll have each other 6 feet apart. Aw, who else? Second Chance Mowers
Yes.
is in the house.
So Second Chance Mowers, he's in the house. He's the winner of the Cobalt 40-volt string trimmer. Today it is getting shipped out.
I have all the wrapping
Yep.
on
So as soon as we get with this live, she is going
and
to
I did the card.
wrap it.
You'll know it's not his, right? It's my
I'm going to run to the
handwriting.
post office and cry and complain because I hate this whole soul. I understand it. But it just aggravates me because I'm trying to create more time in a day to do more. That now I have to sit online, wait, and...
What are you complaining? Second Chance Mowers, we are so happy to have you.
I understand
and
that.
Mister is thrilled to deliver
God.
it for you.
I'm not complaining.
Oh,
All I'm saying
hold
is...
on.
Oh,
Let me whip that. Wait, let me get out my small violin.
You know, for a teacher, she's a really terrible listener. You're really
Because
terrible
you word your
listener.
stories in such a way that it sounds like you need a... Would you like a Weineken? Your famous line, would you like a Weineken? Would you do?
You know what? Maybe Ken is right. I talk too fast for you to comprehend. Should I talk
No,
slower?
it's called You Sound Like You're Whining. As I tell the
No.
children, we are not serving any wine with your cheese today. Second Chance, we hope you love your
He is
Cobalt.
going to love it.
And I
He
have
loves
to tell you, on the line of Cobalt, I am not trying to, we're not promoted by them.
That's fine.
It's not sponsored, but I will tell you, yesterday, I opened up the back deck. We have a deck on the side where my Weber, Bruce Pender, I'm getting that baby fired up again today. Bruce and I were talking about our Webers when he did his video. I have the back deck on the house where we have, we call it Club Pattay. You know you're old when Club Pattay is your back deck late at night when you have your sitting room is off of your back deck and you put your music loud off your TV and you have a little cocktail and you just lounge on your back deck with your string lights. But I used my Cobalt hand blower yesterday. We put down a new rug on the back deck and all my furniture, I have these fantastic covers on all the furniture. I blew everything down with my handheld Cobalt. Didn't need him for anything. That thing is a dream. And all year long, all season long, that's what I use. My handheld Cobalt, that thing is light, airy, gets the job done. Between my handheld Cobalt and I have a Milwaukee handheld vacuum, those two pieces with the interchangeable batteries, boom. Gets the job done. That back deck is good to go all season long. Love it. Love it. Let's put down a link to get these babies on.
I'm
Let's
not done.
part.
I'm not done. So if you're in the chat, hit the like button. So anyway, so what were you talking? So she understands, maybe because she doesn't understand, you guys understand. Our past giveaways, they were great in value, small in size. So I was able to print stuff out, meet up with the label, leave it on the front doorstep, or I can jam it in those blue boxes, the postal boxes, and I don't have to wait in line. Now with this tremendous package in social distancing, and this package because we have to insure it for mucho dinero,
I like that idea, Scott.
we can't leave it at the doorstep and I can't stuff it in the box. So now I have to grin and bear social distancing. So our town is small, so our post office is understaffed. So there are times where there's like 5 or 6 people, and I will literally be there for an hour because people are a little difficult. They just don't go there and say, here's my package. I need to get my photograph taken. I have a million questions. Oh, you did this wrong. And now you add that on top of social distancing, it's just going to be terrible.
We're a small town. People like to talk. This week I had to drop, I do know, this week I dropped off letters for the children. And I know exactly what he's talking about. And what happens is people come in Hey, Joe. Hey, Tom. How's the family? How's this? How's that? Ba, 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 ba. It's a small town. It's also part of the reason why I love this town so much. You know what? They're very kind. They're very nice. We deal.
Like I said, I'm finding ways to create more time, not waste it. I've never been to a post office that was probably okay. So I'm probably dating myself, maybe, but back when I was a kid, the post office by us was phenomenally staffed, and we were in and out. Here, completely different pace and completely different lifestyle. It is frustrating, but it is what it is. Second Chance Mowers. Today, your package will go out. You will get your tracking information via Instagram, and we would appreciate it if you give us a little shout out so people realize that when we do giveaways, they really get there.
Uncle Ed,
unlike other channels.
when social distancing comes to an end, yes, we pump up the music a little bit.
Yes.
We'll sit there on the back deck late at night, crickets chirping in the background, put on, have a couple drinks.
Maybe,
it's just so nice.
Maybe
we'll do a live.
Maybe we'll do a live randomly from our deck at night, because that's what I like to do. Because what I say, that was, so Ashley would vouch for me. My Instagram video was, I'm tired. I want to get done because I want to drink and I want to have a liquid dinner. And my plan was to do it on the back deck. I finally get in and she says, oh, it's going to rain. And I covered up everything. So boo-hoo.
I'm very particular about my furniture. So he was so mad when we got our back deck set up. He was like, you're wasting all this money on this furniture. And then let's be honest.
We never used our deck. We have 2 decks. We never used the back deck. We've never.
And then so I just said last summer, I was like, that's it. We're going to make this nice. We're going to make this like when we get back from the beach, a little place to sit, and tell the truth. What did you think last summer of the deck? Having a little place to sit, listen to music.
So to date things, when we decided to redo our entire driveway ourselves, the back deck became like our staple. And it was a very nice, relaxing moment, even when the neighbors yelled at us because they had no clothes on. But they shouldn't be looking over the fence from their second-story window to see that I have no clothes on. So whatever. Boo-hoo. Screw them all. I absolutely love our back deck. So I was looking forward last night to grabbing a armful of beverages and just relaxing and unwinding, because Friday went absolutely sideways and I had a lot of repairs come in that usually we speak about, that I never try and repair things the same day, because then people try and be like, well, I don't understand your charge and fee if you got it done right then and there. So yesterday, the pressure really piled on. I bet he talks more. Oh, look at this guy. Anyway, so I like to try and hold on to equipment for a day or two, because then people feel like they get their money's worth instead of fixing it and giving it back to them the same day. Yesterday was not that day, and I fixed a lot of equipment back. So it is what it is. No rap music. Love
Thomas, thank you so much, honey, for stopping by. Good luck on picking up your lawnmower. Alfredo, he is a good egg. He really, really is. And you know what? He's a little bit of a wash woman, but I love him.
My favorite tow truck driver.
You know what? I'll tell you what, guys. The mister and I, we poke a lot at each other, but I will tell you, it's all in good fun. This week, the state is allowing us to go into our rooms to shut down for the school year, and we have to package up all the things for each of the kids and each of the students. You're not allowed to have any help, and administration loves this man so much. They're letting him come to help me.
I do a lot for the school.
He does a lot for the children, a lot for the school.
And my big mouth.
I mean, just to give you an idea, he's a big mouth and he has a lot of comments to make sometimes, but there's been year after year, like we couldn't get any help, like bringing in the pumpkins for pumpkin picking for the kids, and he'll load up the truck with hay bales and pumpkins and bring them to the kids.
I'll bring Big Gay. the service truck that I posted on
Yeah.
Instagram from work. I'll bring that in.
Mandingo gets loaded up.
Mandingo gets loaded up too, so it's a fun time.
So you know what, Alfredo? I'm right there with you, brother. He talks a lot, but we love him. Scott, if I'm in charge of Club Pate, there is no rap music. None allowed. But we're going to get that link going. Let's get
so we'll get that link going, and then from there we'll talk about today's topic of discussion, because I ran into a little bit of a pickle.
Shocking.
And me and her were talking about it, and usually...
Yes. Oh, okay. Was this yesterday's pickle?
Yes.
Oh, yes. We're so curious to get your opinions on this one.
So it's going to pop up on a video later on down the line, but it'll make a good thing to see what we move doing forward.
And are you also going to share with them how I rescued you yesterday?
Yes, but that was my own mistake.
Fingers.
That'll be in the video too. We could do that too.
I came to the rescue for Pattay's performance in a mechanical way.
So...
Yes, I know what you're thinking. She does it all.
Before we talk about... Okay.
Sparky!
Good morning, Sparky. How are you?
How are you,
Well,
honey?
after the little crash on Wednesday, not too bad. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We see the missus in the background. Please send her our best.
Yeah.
Aw. So now you guys got big news by you last week, right? Last Sunday. So what is the current state of affairs by you guys?
1st of June, they're going to try and open in non-essential shops if it's okay to do so.
Okay.
Transport's all going back to normal here, but they're going to be cautious. Anybody on the referral list, they call it the referral list for people people that could be in danger because of this thing, will stay at home still until the end of June or July. They haven't made their mind up yet, but not too bad. I mean, like I said, we're just okay. We're even better than that because we've had a lot of help from other people. We're doing, just tiring, very tiring.
Yeah. I mean, like with us, people are now protesting that they want to open up, the state. And I mean, I don't know, I'm 50-50 on it. People are still
the kids want to. The teachers have said they don't want the kids back so soon. The little kids at the 1st of June. But they've had all the scientists, they've had all the people. It's a 50-50 mix. And they said, why don't you go for September? It would have been easier for September. It would have been better off for everybody. Yeah. But apparently Boris Johnson wants it to be done first, and away it goes sometimes. But we had a strange email on Friday about something, because it was just one of them things I inquired about it. They said that the hairdressers, the pubs, the clubs won't be open until the end of July. The latest could be maybe September time, but they haven't made their mind up yet. So it's just a difficult thing.
So it's interesting that they're choosing to allow with the children, only because now they're finding in the States here that the children actually, this entire time they've been saying that the children aren't falling victim to this. No. And now they're finding that the street just presents differently in children.
We've had 2 deaths at the moment because of kids.
Yeah.
2 kids died of it. 1 6 and 1 2, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
At the moment.
We're at 103 now in New York. Yeah.
So, but the kids of which it's the first day. I don't know how it is, or the younger kids anyway. It's the younger kids that's going back, and they want them all back in the schools. They said it's social distances. I can't see the kids sticking to social distancing, I'm afraid, and I certainly without rules being in place.
No. Living that world every day myself, I can tell you right now, it's impossible. And in the States here, when they don't want gathering groups of but so many people, a school is a gathering place. Yeah. So it's impossible to be done, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, look who we have. Can I call you Daddy?
He's eating pizza.
Hi, Daddy. How's our baby?
Hello, Roy.
Hero, Roy.
Hello. Just turn that volume up a bit.
his heroes in the house.
Hi, Roy.
So I could do this.
Aww. We have Mr. Briggs. We have Scott's dad in the house. Hi, Scott's dad.
Hey, Mr. Keller, how are you? Roy,
Hello, Furia.
did you get the part number for the shoot? Did you get the part number for the shoot I sent you?
Did I what? Sorry.
Did you get the part number for the shoot I sent you? You know, for the Honda.
No, I didn't. Did you send it to my email?
No, you were. I posted it on one of your videos.
Oh, right. No.
All right. So then, well, did you end up selling it to that guy or no? Or do you still have it?
Yeah, I've still got it. Yeah. It's sitting here. Look. It's turn the screen around. How can I turn the screen around? Oh, yeah, flip. There we go.
All right. What is your email?
Yeah.
I'll email
down here, nice and sexy. Look at that. Look. It's all cleaned up and done, mate.
Oh.
So if you want, give me your email and then I'll send you the part number for it.
Well, have you got a pen? Have you got a pen?
Yep.
Yeah, it's Roy's the Boy 2.
Roy's the Boy 2.
Number 2 at gmail.com.
Okay. All right. Yep. I'll get that to you today.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much.
So as I was saying, it's one of the things this town. I mean, here it's not too bad. But the only problem we've got at the moment is all the small buildings can't open, all the small premises, because of social distance. But there is a lot of, I don't see the kids doing too much. I mean, a good friend of ours, his kids just point blank refuse to go near the school. Don't want to go near it. And it's like they're saying that you're not going to get fined, you're not going to get anything. But I feel sorry for them. I really do.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, legally, at least in the States, even once they reopen, because I sat with our legal team last week, there is nothing that they can do against the parents or, for not sending their children, as long as they're following through at home. Yeah. But this is going to be a whole other level of legality once we do open that they're going to have to look into. But I'll be honest with you, it is not looking positive for the states to reopen in September. So we're actually starting to work on online curriculum for September already. So
there was an article today about it, and the guy Vince has put it in about the some of the schools. 8 of the schools, what's locally between a 20-mile radius, has all refused to open. Just refused. They said, "Don't worry about it. You're not going back." But then they've had a letter strictly from Boris and that other idiot, right? Don't know his name. Man Hancock has stated that you will go back and the kids will have to learn social distance, will have to learn to abide by the rules, and the kids will have to do as they're told. It's the rules, the government rules, and it's like I don't see the kids how they can do it. It's like you can't play football, you can't play any sports, you can't do anything like that. Dinner time, it's one kid per canteen. You have to go one kid at a time at the canteen. It's going to be chaotic. I mean, kids won't understand it.
Well, I think I agree with you. I think it's a matter of, first of all, it's, like everything else, people will learn protocols if they have to at some point. Yes. But we don't have what we need in place yet in order to make this happen. In this, we don't have enough testing. We don't have enough we don't have a vaccine. We don't have an answer. We can't start this if we're not ready for it yet. And to put that many children at risk.
A picture is a buddy of mine.
I'll never put a child at risk just to get something up and moving. I'm sorry.
Well, on today's news this morning, at 3:30 this morning, I was just watching the basics news, and it was all about getting these desks built with a big cubicle on it, and they had to put the face and hands in it to work.
Yeah.
I was like, how is a kid going to, is it claustrophobic, or if they have problems, they're going to put the whole body into this thing to sit in it, to do classwork. How poof. And I just don't get it. I mean, my personal opinion, no, thank you. I'm not. I mean,
and imagine little people. I mean, right now we're working on I'm working with a team that's working on the new crop coming in. They're 4 years old. They're 4. I mean, it's hard. It's hard. But, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you ever sleep, Sparky?
Pardon?
Don't you ever sleep?
I've got insomnia. I'm up nearly. I only get about an hour's sleep most nights. Part of my spina bifida. I'm in pain, like I said. I'm in rest of it. I just can't do anything with this body of mine. I mean, I tried to speak to the doctor. I got told by the doctor to live with it for now until this is over with.
Yeah.
I am then.
Well, that's
What's happening?
Oh! Hello.
who's that coming?
You got it right.
Wait. I love
Mick.
come, but
Oh, it's Tricky Mickey.
walk away now. Oh, cool. Very sharp. Hey. Oh. Hey. Stop.
What's happening? It's a beautiful day out by you guys.
It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day.
Now that you're here.
Again,
Bit overcast here.
Now that you're here.
Oh, please.
Can you
So listen, I have a
see the devilish face?
I'm just running off. I've just done a gearbox swap on a lawnmower, and it's a bit smoky. I think it's got a little bit of rod knock, so I might have to change the engine over on it in a minute.
So you wouldn't do a ring job on it? Did a crank? You know, in the previous video, you replaced the crank, and then would that lead you to do rings? You know, just
No, I could do the rings on it. Definitely, it's a Ryobi. You know.
Yeah.
Do you hear me? It's only let that puff and smoke every now and again. It hasn't been run for about 2 years, so I filled the tank up, and it's got 2 choices. It's either going to run or it's going to go bang. So.
Now, even though let's have a little puff here and there, right? We've seen worse. Would you consider selling it at a reduced price and putting it that, wouldn't?
No. I do have a complete spare engine for it, so I only picked it up because I had complete spares. So if the engine is done, then I'll take the engine off and put another Ryobi engine on it. So it's no biggie. It's not smoking now. Very little, but it needs a run.
Oh, there we go.
Mr. Robert, how are you?
I'm fine.
A little too early for you?
Yeah, I'm just tired as
Mr.
hell.
Robert, how are you?
Doing well. Do you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Oh, if you want, we have some back feed, so shut off your YouTube and keep up the stream.
As long as you guys hear me, I think we're all good.
Okay.
We have back full stuff. We've got to turn off that.
You have a little
Look up,
back
old
feed.
woman.
If you want, go to YouTube, pause the YouTube, and keep the stream yard open. You know what I mean? Robert, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, so go on YouTube, shut off, put the pause button on YouTube, and then keep StreamYard active. Robert, can you hear me?
Sorry, say that one more time.
Right, so go on YouTube, hit like the pause button so it stops or shut off the volume on YouTube. So then we can only have the volume from the StreamYard.
Oh, there we go.
Ah,
Okay,
better.
pause it.
There we go.
All right, so welcome to so tell us a little bit about yourself. So you're from West Harrison, correct? New York.
Mhm.
Did you guys get snow this year?
A little bit. Not really.
Not really. Okay. So
Let's keep it that way.
So who knows how to work on small engines? Your dad? You? How did you guys
Both
come
of
about?
us. Both of us.
Yeah. Sounds a little bit more.
You said both of you guys?
Mm-hmm.
So
We both know how to do it.
what was the first thing you and your dad worked on?
I'll be back.
That's a good question.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got Google
personal
Mike.
John Deere mower.
I'm sorry, what was that?
His personal John Deere lawnmower. That was the first thing we worked on together, and then we just started doing everything else.
Okay. And then you started advertising on Facebook this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
I put it up like a few days ago, actually. I've had it on all for a while. Haven't really gotten many responses there, so I tried Facebook and like, oh yeah, I got more.
Yeah, I feel like now the shift is from like Craigslist, which used to be like the go-to, now to Facebook. Because even though you still get a little honkadory on Facebook, you can't at least kind of put the name. Or the
I see stuff all the time on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like I have my phone. I'm just looking around. There's like so much stuff on here.
Yep. Now for us, the market used to be really, really good. Now there's a lot of sharks in the same tank now. So equipment is scarce.
Oh God.
Free equipment is
Did you say there's a load of sharks here, Jason?
Yeah, there's a lot of sharks, man. There's a lot of sharks. So now I have to say.
It's like that's what I heard. I heard the word shark.
Yeah, and if you go, there's another guy. There's actually another flipper. He's actually on YouTube as well. Mowers and Blowers, Henry. He's right around the corner from me.
So you two are competing for everything?
No, we don't compete. It's healthy. You know, he's retired, so he's home all day, so he can send a lot of good stuff. A lot of
good competition.
Yep, but it's good. We have a great relationship. Like there's plenty of money out there, without a doubt.
Okay, as long as you guys aren't fighting over everything.
No, never. So here's a question for you.
We have a good one from yesterday. Go for it.
So what pickle was it yesterday then? What pickle was it yesterday then? You were on about pickle.
All right, so usually when I do, what is your shop minimum per se if you do repairs? Even if you almost do nothing to it, what is your fee?
Like a set fee?
Yep.
Good question.
All right, so let me tell you.
So tell them the situation.
So I'll tell you what happened in the past and what happened now. So in the past, I had to fix a snowblower in the middle of a storm, and it literally took me 5 minutes tops, and that's being generous, to fix the snowblower. It was a gear issue for a Toro snowblower. So I said, I don't know what to charge. And she says, are you out of your mind? This is a contractor that dropped off his machine mid-storm. No shop is open. She was like, $100. And I'm like, no way. That's impossible. I didn't feel comfortable doing it. And she says, nope. She was like, it's an emergency repair. It's an emergency service. He has to pay for that. Nobody is going to give him back his machine that he's going to use to make money back the same day. Right then and there in the middle of the storm. Mm-hmm. Fine. Yesterday, Friday, I had nothing but repairs coming in and out. And one repair was from a lady with a pressure washer. And believe it or not, all I had to do was to get it running, which is it is irrelevant. I topped off her oil, okay? And then I put a treatment in her gas. And this thing fired up on the first one. No starting fluid. No nothing. Ran like a dream. So I turned around, what the, and she said that she had her father look at the machine and he's handy. So I'm like, yeah, this can't be $100, charge or anywhere near that. So I decided to charge her my minimum, which is $25. That's it.
The keywords are being handy.
Yeah. Well, here's the funny thing. She said that her father checked the oil and put fresh oil in there. The oil was low. And even though the machine was it's hard to tell because the machine is brand new, the oil was fresh too. Not fresh, but you could tell it's still that clear color.
Right.
So I just charged her $25 and she loved me all the time. But I was just curious what you guys do and what's your shop minimum? What falls under that shop minimum?
Hello.
Hello.
So, what do you have? Can you click on him? What is it, Ryan? Let's see. Oh, that's cool.
Looks like Spider-Man.
I like yours better. Is that
Daddy, look at light.
Okay.
Oh. You have your own toothbrush. I have to share mine with Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to share mine. Cool. Let me see the front. What does it look like? Can you turn around? Oh, wait, is that who's on? Oh, that's Cars, right?
Lightning McQueen.
That's
Oh.
what Disneyland.
It's from Disneyland.
I'll go now.
So cool. So cool.
At least you don't have his daddy's face.
Yeah. He's a cutie pie.
I seen that. Congratulations.
Come
There.
and watch you, Daddy.
Oh, God.
Come and watch you, Daddy. Come and watch you.
Yeah.
Daddy.
Where are they based, Mick?
In America.
I know they're here
Sorry?
in the US because I use them for Red Max points all the
They're
time.
in America. They're in America.
Yep.
Oh, right.
Oh, Mick, are you saying you like some things that come out of America?
No. No,
Hey, whoa. That ain't
not saying that in the slightest.
So Robert, so I know you got.
you like me, and I came out of America.
Yeah, but you know, Mr. Briggs, you got a little bit too much piston slap going on for my liking. You know what I'm saying?
So Robert, I know you fix and flip. Do you guys do some repairs as well?
For like my neighbors and family friends, yeah.
Okay. Do you have a shop minimum?
My dad usually doesn't charge anything, but I told him, I said, you can charge a little bit. He's like, no, it's just for family and friends. I'm like, okay. He kind of said his go
I respect that.
because he is the authority figure. So
All right, so Mick, what is your shop minimum? Okay, and what qualifies for that shop minimum per se?
Say again, mate.
So let's say someone drops off a pressure washer, doesn't start, doesn't run, right? Pull the dipstick, oil's a little low, top it off, right? And you throw a little gas treatment in there. This thing starts up on the first pull. What do you charge? What do you do?
I charge a £20 inspection fee.
Okay. So I think
So
okay.
the £20 inspection fee is sort of like diagnose what's up with it, and if I can repair it inside that sort of time zone, as long as I don't use any parts that cost me, then you only pay £20. So if it wants a bit of oil, maybe a new spark plug, or whatever, it's £20 for inspection fee for diagnosis.
Yeah.
And that can be the first 10 minutes, or it can be the first hour.
Okay. I understand.
It's the same. So sometimes you get someone come in and let's say they hit something and done the key. It takes no more than 10 minutes to have the pull cord off, expose the key away, take a photograph. That's it diagnosed. But it will then cost them further to have the flywheel off, new key, all the rest of it, and to run it after that. So you have to be a bit cute, because sometimes to do it like a busted key can take you 20 minutes. Can take 2 hours. All depends on that flywheel, if it's going to come off or what have you. So you can be a bit cute, but generally, yeah, a £20 inspection.
Like if I was to do a keyway, hopefully I would get it done. It would be an hour's labor plus the $2 for a keyway and $4 play. Now with her, she was like, well, you put oil in there, you put stabilizer in there. And I'm like, it's $25. I mean, I can't do anything. This power washer is literally brand new. And I could have swore that I would have to do some sort of work to it. And I'm absolutely surprised that it started on the first pull after a absolutely amazing. So I told her $25, and she was more than happy. She said, I want to pick this up now. So, Mr. Keller, I think that you in your younger years?
Yeah, I was 6.
Oh, wait, what?
Look at that stallion. Woo!
I was 16 there. I was 16.
Wow.
Good for you.
1 second.
There you go, Mick. There's an old one.
So
Yeah, I can't be looking at photographs of you when you're 16 with names for people like that.
Now, my hero, Roy, what would you do in that situation? Do you have a shop minimum, and what qualifies in that? And what is your shop minimum?
My cat.
Yeah, I actually charged £25.
Okay. And what does that fall under for your shop minimum?
What do you mean?
So, like I said, I had the lady dropped off the pressure washer, said it didn't run. I topped off the oil, and I put a fuel treatment in there to kind of like wake up the gas that was in there just to see. I let it sit, came back a couple of minutes later, the thing fired up on the first pull, ran, no problems whatsoever. What would be your charge?
£25, that's my minimum.
Yep, so that would be under your shop fee. Okay.
Yes.
Get $100, you come to my house.
This Taste Performance thought I should have charged a little bit more because I added a little bit of oil and I added a little bit of stabilizer. And I just said, what am I supposed to say?
She's not coming back anyway.
She was like, you can't tune up her pressure washer. I says, no, this thing's brand new. It's literally brand new. I'm like, I can't even do it. Usually I like to clean my machines before I give them back. I didn't even have to wipe the dust off this. I couldn't do anything.
I'm always in the business of an upsale. And just to give you guys a little idea, she didn't play for his team, if you know what I mean. So I think if he would have let me charge her, she would have paid.
What's your island? What's your island?
What's wrong with you? That's terrible. That's terrible.
I'm just being honest.
So Robert, you have a sale 9:30 today, and that is for what?
It's for it's a little push mower that I got. I can send you a picture of it.
I'm going to zoom on you. Is that okay, so we can see what's going on?
Yeah, I have to find a picture. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Now, Robert, I didn't catch this. So, Robert, are you on YouTube? Are you going to be doing videos? Like, I'm getting to learn you. So, is that something you're going to think about doing, or are you just fixing and flipping right now, or?
Just fixing and flipping. I might do a video maybe soon. Like, I figure out how to do editing. Like that.
Nice.
So there's one more.
One of these.
You're gonna put it up? All right, let's see.
Oh, that's perfect right there. We can see it.
Oh,
Nice.
So
It's a tiny mower.
Is that a hyper?
Oh, no.
It's like a hyper tough.
It's like yard machines.
Oh, okay. So there is another YouTuber called Micks Mowers, and he
It's tiny. I got it for free.
Yep. So was that from your Facebook ad?
Well, it was. I sold the guy a snapper lawnmower. I sold him this one.
Okay.
And then he gave me 120 plus that little mower.
What? Get out of here. Holy. Okay, so by us, right? Maybe by you. If it doesn't have a bag by us, there is no value in that machine per se.
People around here, they usually use it for a small yard, so they don't really need a bag, but they don't. Some people prefer a bag. Like I've sold ones with some without, and people don't really care whether it has one or not. Usually they prefer if it has one, but
Yeah.
So I'll give you an example. So that lawnmower, that looks self-propelled. Correct?
The little push one?
The snapper.
The snapper was a push one.
That's a push one. The
Yeah.
snapper that you sold for $125, that was self-propelled, correct?
Yeah, it was 120, and then he gave me the little free mower in return.
I would be lucky to get $80 for that because it doesn't have a bag. Now, if I had a bag, that's $200 all day long.
200 plus easily.
Yep.
It ain't a $30 lawnmower.
And then that hyper tough lawnmower that you have, or the yard machines.
That one?
Right. Yep. I set a record. I don't know how or why. She got one for free, and I sold it for $100. But I had to put brand new blade on it, But that's usually $50, $60 all day long. And I kind of all goes like the plague.
Around here, if it doesn't have a bag on it,
Yes.
like if you could post a picture
Jason.
of a machine without a bag on it, and people will still say, "But do you have a bag for it?" Like they will go out of their way to want a bag for it. Like even if it doesn't match the model of the machine, they're like, "Can you put some kind of bag on it?" Like they don't want to mess with no bag. It's hard. Roy, is
This
it?
was the one I sold for yesterday. Was a
Yes.
Toro.
Oh, let's see that. That's the Toro. That's the good
that's
stuff.
nice.
That's the good stuff. We love that.
I wiped it down in WD-40. And it was seriously, it's like the key to making.
Jason,
My hero.
that TB 200 I got, what would you get for that one?
That so there was the two Troy belts. The one with the Honda that I love. Okay, I sold one of those.
No, it's the red one with the six.
200.
It's the EX Briggs and Stratton engine.
All right, so I would take 200, but that thing looks brand new. I would put it at 225 and see what happens. It doesn't hurt to start up a little high and work your way down.
Yeah.
I don't like the front wheel drive Toros. I think they're junk.
Well,
They're the bottom.
we all know the benefits of rear wheel drive, but
No, because the front wheel drive are the steel deck.
I have to admit, I've used it myself in
Okay.
my own garden, and it does tend to wheel spin a lot.
Well, do you bag with it? Because that's the
Yeah.
problem with front wheel drive. If you bag with it, all the weight is in the back, and at times, the theory behind front wheel drive is that as you push it, you're supposed to keep the wheels planted. It is what it is. People want self-propelled. Some people prefer rear-wheel drive. Some people prefer all-wheel drive. But some people see self-propelled. That's what brings the money. But that would be 200 to 225 because that thing looks brand new. It doesn't hurt to ask more.
I actually prefer no-wheel drive.
So if it was funny, we were talking about this. If I had a commercial landscaping business, I would do an experiment like with Robert has that push mower with no bag, put the correct blade on it, right? And just see what happens.
Yeah.
See if that blade really makes a difference. Is it the deck that really, you know what I mean? See if the combination of the deck and the blade that makes a difference, because those are throwaways. All the nice lawnmowers that work on for landscapers are destroyed and raggedy because they don't strap them down, and then they cry and complain about their repair bill. If they had a cheaper machine like him, go out and get another one and set it up and keep on mowing. Less is more in that sense.
Right.
It's actually got a mulching blade in it and all.
Very nice. I didn't push forward because I had no time for that.
And a good thing about it, it was a freebie.
Jesus.
Go with the 150.
Oh, yeah, so
I just got a Honda lawnmower yesterday.
I don't know if it's fizzing out, or it's still alive, but my whole day Friday was to get lawnmowers ready, and I couldn't because I got with repairs. And I sold a Franken mower too.
Yeah.
The other guy came. He was dead.
So second chance. It's funny that you say that. So by us right now, we can't keep in stock the push mowers like that 150, 175 range.
Yep.
I literally the other day had 7 people back to back for the same machine. So he thinks I'm crazy.
And it was a Frankenstein.
So what I do is I will literally tell 7 people in a row, yeah, I've got it for sale. It's first come, first serve. And what I do is I have him sell off the machine, and then I try to sell them into the next machine that we have available.
And that's exactly what happened.
And that's exactly, so we literally had like 3 machines sold within the day off of those 7 people interested in the first one. So it's hard when we run out of those 150, 175 range. Because then then we get into like the self-propelleds, which can be anywhere from like those 225. We've got some real nice ones in like the 300 range right now.
Yeah, go up. I haven't put them up for sale.
What about that free one you got? The one with the wheels on it, the sprayer on it, the actual look like a when you had the green thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the one on. So I think the one. I don't know if I got a free mower this week, but it was rusted to poop. So I ended up putting the Franken mower together that I sold. But
Looks like a giant vacuum, like a big square box.
yeah, on the community page that we talked about, there's another flipper local to me, and he had a lawnmower that he says, I cannot sell this thing, and I need space. Can you come get it? Yep. I paid him $50 for it. It was already running and driving. When I got to the house, he was like, I just don't get it. He kept telling me that I have a cult following, that as soon as people see that I post something, it goes like they want to grab it immediately because it has my name attached to it. And I said that there's no way. I says, I understand where you're coming from, but that's a very far stretch. I like the compliment, but that's a far stretch. So all he did, he had the cracked wheel covers on it, and it was just god awful. Why would you sell it with the crack? Just pop them off. So all I did was to kind of prove him wrong, was that I popped the wheel covers off and I exposed the black wheel underneath, but I kept the gray wheel in the back. I put it up for sale. I had no bites in 24 hours. So I pulled the ad. I painted the rear wheels black to match the front. I put it back up, same word for word ad, and sold like that. So I was trying to tell him that, just a little bit of paint goes a long way. I know I'm taking away from myself, but we try and help each other out. You know what I mean? Like, he gave me a lawnmower and I had to do nothing to it. And I made, an extra $100 off of him. So I'm just trying to, return the favor to him. Now, whether he wants to do that is up to him. We'll see the next lawnmower he posts up for sale.
I think it proves true in any business that you're in, whether it's small engine, no matter what you do. I think if you take things a little bit further, take the extra mile, you will upsell the next person doing the same thing that you do. I mean, even in the business that I do on the side of my main gig, what I do on the side, my side business, there's a lot of people doing it, and I get the same comments all the time. How are you charging the rates that you are? I go the extra mile and I provide extra in what I'm doing. I provide extra to the parents that I service on the side, and I share those tricks and tips with people doing the same work, and they're like, it works. In his business, you go the extra mile, you get that extra 20, 30, 40 bucks on a machine for what? 5 minutes extra work, 10 minutes extra work. But people don't want to do it. People don't want to go the extra 5, 10 minutes to put in the extra work. It's amazing. I'll do an extra 10, 15 minutes of work all day for an extra, 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks.
If he would have pulled the wheel covers off, and if he would have painted the wheels to match, he would have made an extra $100. Yeah. But he decided not to do that.
I also will say, in small engine, pictures and photographs, I know some of you may disagree or agree, where you take your photos matters. You know how many photos that we'll see of people selling small engine equipment stuffed in a shed, bicycles laying on top, shoved in a corner, cobwebs. I mean, you wonder why someone's not getting top dollar for that. And it's like, come on now. Like, it's presentation's everything,
Well, we were talking about how there's a lot of sharks now. And there's a lot of people home now, and they're selling stuff that should be literally thrown in the garbage or given away for free. And someone put up a non-running lawnmower for $100, and somebody actually bought it. Now here's a new one. I'll post it on the Facebook community page for you guys after this. Somebody is selling a non-running lawnmower for $100 in pieces with tools, trying to hold it together. $100. Are you kidding me? That should never happen. And thank God it hasn't sold, because if that sold, I'd be mind-blown. And I actually messaged the person, and they are firm on their $100, which is mind-blowing.
There's also a difference between deception and honesty. I mean, you can present a piece of equipment, shine it up, and make it beautiful, but we're also very honest about what you're selling too. Don't shine up a piece of POS and try to act like what you're selling is top notch because you put a coat of wax on it.
But there's nothing wrong with, you should be putting a coat of wax.
But not if it's a piece of garbage. Like, you shouldn't deceive someone in thinking what they're buying is, brand new, top of the line. You put a piece of wax on it.
Oh, yeah.
And you put it on a nice lawn. People will do that too. And, that's even worse, because now you've shined up, Uncle Ed just said it perfectly. Lipstick on a pig.
Yeah.
That's even worse. So, it goes both ways. Just do the right thing. Get a couple extra bucks for yourself, shine it up, take a good picture, and service the machine. Do the right thing. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Not everybody has the service, which is fine, but but that's what I like. We spoke about this before. If you sell a non-service machine for the same price I am going to use your ad to help me make my sale. I will literally screenshot your ad and say, listen, this person's selling an identical lawnmower with no seasonal service completed, and they want the same price. So you take your pick, non-service or service. See if they'll accept your offer, even if it's $15, $20 off. I'm going to say, no, I'm firm at $150. If you want, here's this other lawnmower, not serviced. Call a repair shop. See how much it costs to get that lawnmower tuned up, because that's already done, and that cost is factored into the asking price. Now, every area is different, but the lawnmower shop local to me, it's $120 to bring in your push mower and have it tuned up.
The best advice that I can ever possibly give, and I gave this to him way back because I use it in my side business too. No matter what business you're in, find out, you can't call it a legal business unless you are. Let's be honest. But you sure as hell can find out. You can find out what the big box, what the actual businesses in your area charge for a tune-up and a service.
Yep, she calls. That's how we found out.
I call on a regular basis, and I call and I say, hey, I have, X, Y, and Z lawnmower, snow blower, etc. How much for a service? How much? It's good to know when your customers that come to you, if they were to bring it to a store in the area, what are they going to charge them? Another key question is, how long? How long would it take to get my lawnmower back, or my snowblower back, or my weed whacker back? Because when he turns around and he tells someone you can have it back in 2 days or 3 days, and the local store tells people 2 weeks, that 3 days is still phenomenal compared to 2 weeks. So
definitely.
It's good to know what your comparisons are. At least know what you're working with.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Scott, where you going? You got your mask on.
I gotta go get my father his weekly drugs.
Aww. Okay. Well, listen, our hour is up. We're actually over the hour. I have to get Second Chance Mowers gift out. So it was an absolute pleasure seeing all of you.
Thank you so much.
Yep, we'll catch up with you during the weekend. We appreciate you guys helping us with our discussion of shop
dilemmas.
So, Uncle Roy, at some point, I will send you the part number for the shoot. If you have trouble getting it, let me know, and I'll see if I can send one over to you. Tech with Sparky.
All right, mate.
Thank you. Have a safe one, you and the missus, Mr.
Lucky's on soon as well. Lucky's going to be on soon as well.
Yes,
absolutely.
We have Lucky.
How far are you guys from Delray Gap?
Yeah. We have Lucky at 10. We have Mick is going on. Is Mick going on at 1:30 our time, or is it 2:30? He keeps fluctuating on us.
Mr. Dirt.
What is it your time, Sparky?
I think it's going to be about 6:30. Depends on what he does. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Okay, perfect.
And then tomorrow morning we have Ken's live, Ken Smollett Repair, and we have that at 9 a.m. our time, state time, Eastern Standard Time. And Uncle Puller at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sunday. All right, friends.
Take care of yourselves. Look after yourselves, everybody.
Absolutely.
Stay safe.
Have a good one, guys. Later.
Hopefully I get my own toothbrush tonight.
If not, get a loo roll. Get a loo brush instead for him. Look at a loo brush instead.